This is an offering from my soul. Peace, dear hearts and lovers of the sacred. Welcome to SSOHASS, the School of Healing Arts and Sacred Sciences. This is a sacred space dedicated to the appreciation, exploration, transmission, protection, and revival of mystical traditions and the spiritual sciences and arts. I've established this school out of my own longing to remember and pay reverence to the divine, to the great mystery, by remembering and paying reverence to the signs and messages embedded in all of God's creation. As humans, we all have this internal longing to return to our source, whether conscious or not. And we often experience this longing in many different ways as pain, suffering, and the trauma of a perceived separation from our place of origin, as an exile or banishment from the presence of the Most High. This exile has been captured and illustrated in many of our traditional creation stories, where at some point the masculine and feminine principles, which were in a state of oneness in their original home, experienced a fall from grace and were expelled from the divine presence. This sense of exile has been with humanity since the beginning of time. However, we as humans have also actually banished God from the world, this world, which is God's world, not ours. This is in fact the basis of our secular civilization, that God and science are separate, that this world and God are separate, that God is some scary, punishing patriarch in the sky that is distant and not present in the world we live in. We have banished our Creator from His creation. We have reduced nature, science, medicine to mere matter, divorced of spirit, devoid of meaning, without any connection to each other, to ourselves, to the universe, to some great intelligence that unites us all. We have torn up, raped, exploited the natural world and even the human body. Science and medicine have become ways to dominate and exploit nature, which is in contrast to the ways of our ancestors, where science and medicine were first and foremost spiritual pursuits. And as a result, we have engaged in the most destructive behaviors in human history, often in the name of this said science and medicine. We have reduced the holiness of all things to mere material human gains and desires. We have established ourselves as superior to nature and the laws that govern it. By banishing God, we have deemed ourselves gods of this world, and the materialist sciences and medicine as our new religion. People now say, I believe in science, not God, as if science is a dogma or belief system. Science is the pursuit of understanding the laws of nature, both in the earth body, in the stars and planets, and the human body, and there is nothing absent of God or the divine spirit. In this vein, we have ripped up the sacred and used it like an old rag. We have beat it out of existence. We have desecrated all that is holy, and look at the state of the world we live in right now. We are not at the pinnacle of human evolution. We have devolved to be lower than animals because at least animals know their place in the world. We think we are the greatest thing that ever happened in natural history, and again, look at the world without God. When something has no spirit and is nothing but matter, it gives us permission to use, exploit, and abuse it at whim. We have engaged in the most genocides and ecocides in all of human history. We kill off ourselves when we kill off the presence of God. This is not a world I want to leave to my children. And it is for this reason I have established this school, out of my own lifelong need to contemplate the signs of God through the creatures of God. In fact, in high school, I was quite good at the maths and sciences, but ended up pursuing literature, linguistics, Sufi metaphysics, and alternative medicine as an adult, because the modern secular sciences and systems of medicine did not hold space for me to pursue truth with a capital T. They were instead endeavors to exploit and construct truths according to human desire and indulgence. This I knew intuitively even as a child and teen. And so this school is a container where we hold space for God to return to His world, to remember Himself through our remembrance of Him as we explore, contemplate, transmit God's truth through the sacred sciences and the healing arts, through the signs embedded in all of creation, in the laws of nature, in the laws of the cosmos, and within the totality of our beings, within our physical bodies, our mental bodies, emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies, within our consciousness, within the dynamics of the cultures we've created. This is a space for us to learn God's story of us, of the world the Almighty created. This is a school where we listen for, speak, walk, talk the language of the symbolic and the sacred, where we read the holy subtext of creation, where we see the glory of God in all things, where we bow down to our Creator by reading God's signs and bring God back to our world, where we ascend to the world of mystery. I invite you to pursue this page for both self-paced, pre-recorded classes like the Homeopathy for Families online course or the Homeopathy for Birth and Postpartum, and also for upcoming live offerings like the Soul Rebirth Portal, a container for soul remembrance through homeopathic initiations. And there's so much more coming up. I can't wait to share with you all, inshallah, amrillah, God willing. Thank you for listening. Welcome and holy dynamic blessings to you all. Peace.